Here are some pretty clear examples you missed about Port Gellhorn.
Of different economy, and that economy is crimes and drugs. Obviously not just painkillers. So it's a pretty gritty place with a specific group of people living there, and we could probably call this place somewhat dangerous. We should expect many weird people and interesting events and crimes happening there. Maybe there will be a drug operation running somewhere, which would be understandable, or a killer living in that area with a mystery we'll have to...
GTA 6, let's talk about Port Gellhorn. We only saw it for a few seconds and a few images, but we already have a clear idea of what it is. It's an old industrial city, old tourism city that fell off, apart. Nobody wants to be there. And it reminds me of Detroit, but actually there are places in Florida in real life that make a key example of what Port Gellhorn is. Now, it does remind you of Panama City over here, as you can see, and it says like Uncle Jack's Valley. Then we had Gellhorn Bluff. What this basically is very famously a location where it used to be one of the best tourist spots, and now we suddenly have more of this drug smuggling business going through the airport down here through the Grass Rivers, while the Vice City is this big flashy parties, the Miami we see today. I think it's important to also know that it will go into Mount Calaga, connect over here, but it really won't be anything flashy by that matter. It will be that small city. People will still visit it, but for different reasons. It will be more of a suburbs where people party and do illegal stuff, and then in GTA story, we might get some missions that will make us money. And I think that's pretty important to say how much of videos we actually have. And this is where Jason and Lucia will start their robbery, as we see in the game, and run from the police through Port Gellhorn, through the highway, escaping from the police, starting their small crime business into a huge empire of Vice City.
They are the same. In the back we can see pawn and gun, so basically a gun shop, a lot of cars, and that's a pretty rundown location. In the back you can see house being under construction, and another one that is almost completely abandoned with no roof. We also see an advertisement of so happening in Port Gellhorn, because it literally says on that sign, as they're drifting, you can see Port Gellhorn, pawn and gun. Believe me, there is much more to discuss. So the first trailer gives us the idea of what will be happening in Port Gellhorn and what we'll be able to do there. The robbery inside a convenience store is happening in Port Gellhorn. It's the first trailer. We can see Lucy and Jason walking out of the store. Seems like they already have everything they need. They have money they took from the store and they're trying to leave at the moment. Then we see an alligator entering inside the gas station. It happens just nearby Starlight Motel, which is basically a part of Port Gellhorn.
Now, I think Port Gellhorn is one of the key features that we see around Florida, is where Miami really shows you the side where life is really good and flashy and you're spending a lot of money, while Port Gellhorn shows the more poverty side, but this doesn't mean it's inherently bad. Now, while Port Gellhorn might be more underdeveloped, it might be the failed tourist town that's, just off and most shops are closed, this does mean there's going to be many opportunities to make money. There's going to be liquor store robberies, such as we see in GTA trailer, pawn shop deals, motel hideouts, dirt bike escapes. We're going to have dock seaport crimes, strip mall shootouts, and basically taking your own first empire. And I feel like that Port Gellhorn is going to start very early in the game, and you're going to be moving your way up into the GTA 6 storyline, into the big Vice City with the big players. Port Gellhorn is where the small fish are, the small money. But here, Port Gellhorn could be actually Sandy Shores replacement. GTA 5 had Sandy Shores, the dirty, weird, chaotic side of the map that you really didn't want to see, where people were hiding. But Port Gellhorn is going to be bigger, it's going to have more shops to use, and it's going to be more realistic and more dangerous. And I think this is really, really important. Now, Rockstar literally said in its trailer that you could jump on a dirt bike and hold onto your wallet, so you can build gameplay theory around dirt bikes and escape. I think it's pretty important that dirt bike chases and riding dirt bikes is something that's going to be a key feature of Port Gellhorn. This is just not a random small town. Port Gellhorn could be the western hub of the map. This place makes like a full state, not just Vice City with countryside. With the PS5 Pro and the new engines, we can have way less limitations than we had with GTA 5.
Detailed. There is a lot of happening in this scene. It looks like a casual gathering, maybe a group of friends hanging out. You can spot some flirting, like a guy lying by a car with a wet belly, holding a Patriot beer in his hand, while a woman with large bazookas playfully floats with him. On the left, people are sitting in the trunk of a car, which is a fantastic new feature. We haven't seen anything like this in GTA 5 or any previous. It gives us hints about potential missions connected to this area. Then there is another scene reinforcing the criminal activity theme. A woman is selling blue pills to the man in the car, while another man in the background acts as a bodyguard to make sure the trade goes smoothly. So this confirms that drug trade and criminal operation will be a significant part of this location and likely central to some missions in the game.
Now, GTA 6 seems very focused on viral clips, influencers, big flashy money, parties, pool parties, whatever you want to name it, but Bornholmer be more off social media, more of the side where you can really enjoy the simple life, and I think this is really, really important what we see. So there you have it. It's more than just missions. It's showing the social media status and the high life you can have, which a lot of us have experienced, versus the simple life of just doing random business and actually being around poverty. I think it's pretty important to say that this is something that I'm very excited about for GTA. If you want more content like this, be sure to subscribe and smash that like button. Peace, everyone. GTA 6 just had a massive update that nobody is talking about.
And beyond. Let's get in with the video. So Rockstar want PS5/experienced staff to make content creation tools ahead of GTA 6. Now, something a lot of people were wondering is a new job listing indicates evolving creator tools on console. This job is one found within the creator platform team, and this part of Rockstar is now responsible for FiveM and the future of content creation within Rockstar titles.
Welcome back, everyone, and I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Seems like GTA is gonna hire you if you know how to make user-generated content. Now, what does that exactly mean and how important this is? This is for the creator platform. If you don't know, GTA 5 YouTube meta was all about movies about Trevor versus, some random guy. And I think this is the most important factor, is this is gonna be making literal movies. I have a theory that GTA is going to have an in-game engine, just like Fortnite, where Fortnite can make its own movies. That's correct. I spoke with someone who's actually making a movie on the Fortnite engine. So GTA is going to try to compete with that and make and give creator the tools to do this. I found out no other YouTuber has actually spotted this, and it seems like to be just a very small announcement. We haven't really seen this, but there was a job listing that opened that they are looking for some user-generated content system they're working on. And this definitely means some sort of a camera. Think of like Gmod. If you don't know what it is, you can basically make your own movies in that type. And they know that they don't need to pay people to create marketing for the game. They know it's going to market it themselves if they give it a proper rundown. Rockstar Games are
5 community. So below are a few other lines from the job listing page. So you've got responsibilities, develop and maintain comprehensive strategy for the stand-up and continuous improvement of Rockstar's creator platform technologies, which includes FiveM and RedM platforms and associated creator tooling, and desirable skills, a keen interest in modding or user-generated content communities, and experience with reverse engineering. The position is a full-time based position in the office at Rockstar North in Edinburgh, Scotland, and this is the lead office for GTA 6. Up until recently, pretty much all of the creator platform job roles were set up at the London office, and the other ones were recently first to report were for Rockstar's New York City headquarters. We'll have to wait to see how Rockstar plans to enable the next generation of creators and expand the GTA universe with UGC. To be honest, what I see with GTA 6 in this is literally endless amounts of content. endless to a ridiculous scale. It's kind of frightening, like obviously more exciting, but frightening about where they're hoping to take this. And you think about how good the content for just GTA 6 alone is going to be, you know, like even if it's, you know, just a very good Grand Theft Auto game, that's better than GTA 5. And that's what I think we're about to experience here with GTA 6, and it's going to be super interesting, very exciting, and we're only nearly 6 months away from the game. Well, we're 6.5 at the moment. Follow and like for your daily GTA news, and I'll see you in the next one.
Games are certainly seeking a lead programmer for their creator platform team. The person who ends up fulfilling this role will work on Rockstar's creator platform and probably be paid a decent bag as well. It says candidates must have at least one shipped console or PC title, so it means that they had to work on previous games, preferably on the Xbox or PlayStation consoles, because obviously they're working not on the PC right now, just because of the coding limitations. While we don't have, you know, a specific info what this is, we could have a mission creator just like in GTA Online. So think about it. This is going to be not only its own world. It's not like you're going to be playing single player or multiplayer and then give up. This is going to be something that's going to last for 10, 15 years. Again, that is why they're hyping it so much, because we literally could have, you know, a game that could fulfill itself for the next 20 years until GTA 7 comes out in 2040, 2030, well, definitely not 2030, but you get my point. It's going to take generations to fulfill it and actually stop playing it with how much content there is. This is probably one of the most excited games this decade, this generation almost, if I could say. And I'll keep you guys updated with more. There is a key feature most of you missed for GTA 6. Welcome back to another video, and let's get right into it. Let's talk about the map that we currently have built from scratch, but most of the people are talking about the land size. Nobody is talking about the most important factor, is how much of this map is actually built on water. Seems like there's Fort Jefferson, Key West on Florida, which is most likely gonna be a GTA mission. Then we have something like random structures, which, why would they put random in-game structures if you cannot actually visit them? A lot of people are seeing that Florida is actually made of a massive ocean floor. And we gotta talk about the ocean floor. We gotta talk about the shipwrecks, underwater caves, everything they're gonna put in GTA. We're gonna talk about the hidden stashes, sunken vehicles, marine wildlife. And I think this is what is really important and what people are missing on this exact point. Yes, we do have an underwater research station nobody's talking about, but we could also have drug smuggling routes, diving collectibles, boats, and coastal missions. And there could be a secret smuggling hub for GTA 6. Again, a lot of underwater missions, a lot of exploring is actually based on the water. And if GTA 6, for example, was just about land size, they would probably not put it near Florida for this reason. They want to put lakes where the entire environment will be different, where everything will feel unique. And I think it's a very important factor that a lot of people miss out on, is how much of the map is actually land size and how much is actually the ocean floor. If you check here, over 2/3 could be here water, which means a lot of potential heist missions, maybe boat hijackings. And this is where we see the key details. Now, Grass Rivers, which we talked about, we saw it in the trailer, could be actually GTA 6 creepiest region. Grass Rivers is a swamp wetlands area, which alligators, abandoned shacks, all of that is what we're seeing in GTA. Again, we saw only a few snippets of what would be out there, but there would literally be abandoned buildings just like in Florida. And a lot of people are seeing here that this could be also a spot like Red Dead Redemption 2, where you could hunt everyone. And we can see that they are actually here in Marietta County, you know, visiting everything. So that is absolutely fantastic to see how much potential there is. And then we have also Port Gellhorn. Now, Port Gellhorn, the thing with this one is this is going to be more of a chaotic city. It's going to be a bit less developed. And also, I'm pretty excited. Now, a lot of things that people don't understand is GTA map size is actually misleading. You know, people compare square kilometers, but GTA 6 could feel bigger because of the water, interiors, all the things that we have right now. The map looks small, but when you counted all these buildings and all the outside wild